that goes on with women. You know what I'm saying? When they get older, because they no matter how good you look, it ain't that many options. All right. But what it really is that keep telling y'all, like, yo, women need assistance when it comes to long-term decisions. That's why, like, the family, and that's for men and women. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you should know for yourself, but I mean, the input for your family and friends does matter. All right, because usually they're from the outside looking in, and you know what I mean. It helps. It helps. All right. Like, for example, if your friends and family like this person, then they're probably good for you. You know what I'm saying? Versus when your friends and family don't, that's always a terrible sign if your friends and family don't like them. But let's stay on Kendra G. So Kendra G is living, she's living everything Kevin Samuels talked about, because she's actually one of the best case scenarios, because she actually is the high earning. I like to imagine she's high earning, because her page got mad views and stuff like that. So yeah, she got to be making a lot of money. She has to be. You know what I mean? Because she actually, listen, I think she thought she was going to be working at Power 105. And I'm like, damn, that's a bit bold. And they wanted to have those two young girls on them. Girls that's like, 15 years her junior on there. You know what I mean? And she was jaded about that, and she said, yo, F it. Listen, I'm out of here with iHeartRadio. So now she's not on radio anymore. And now she's kind of going through what all women go through in media. You know what I'm saying? Especially, if you ain't got no man. Like, she's about to Taraji herself. See, Taraji, every time Taraji come on camera, she always looks stressed, right around the cheeks. You know what I'm saying? Always very stressed. I'm cooking today. Hold on. 1 second. Hold on.
Your body. If you love me, let me get your body.
I'm about to get this body. So anyway, so Kendra G is living that lifestyle, right? And she thought that Muhammad was going to be her Mr. Big, and that's not what happened. It's not what happened. What really happened was you got away just in time to not be indicted in his crimes. That nigga's going through some serious legal problems. What she has to deal with is that, the dude that you're supposed to be with, you met that man probably in your 20s. And not that you can't meet someone when you're older. But what happens is, as you get older, you get more set in your ways, and you are who you are. Different people do different things. Different people drive different cars. Yeah, sometimes very broke people can afford to have a really nice car, but a lot of times, what you're driving, what you're wearing, not that it's everything, but it can say a lot about you. Again, like, you can't get access to certain things if you don't have the means. And you can't achieve having the means if you don't have the right mindset. I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm trying to tell you what the bitch need. I know what the bitch need, bro. Got this shit figured out, bro. Got everything figured out. You understand? So Kendra G don't got everything figured out. Even at this age. And this is what I'm talking about. But you know how she would have had it figured out? If she would have got with a man and stayed with him. Because Crimson Cure made a really good point about how men kind of raises you in terms of he helps you, basically he turns you into a woman. He makes you a woman. Women can't really be women without a man there. Because who's there to confirm that? Who's there to give you objective feedback, an objective critique? One thing that men won't do for the most part in a relationship, again, and we're not going to use the worst case scenario, the worst man you could think of as the normal man or the average man. We're going to go with, we'll go with a good faith. If that man loves you, he's not going to lie to you or give you feedback. Well, I'm sorry, he shouldn't lie to you. Some men will, because we care about your feelings. I know you said 6 packs. What's going on here? When are we going to see the clip? Before we can get into this interview, from what I understand, has been taken off the internet because it came off so bad. And Corey Holcomb made a point that it may sound funny, but it's the truth. And the point he made was that he said, when I first met her, I thought, she's a knucklehead. Call her a knucklehead. I would never want to get into it with a Hori Coco. Who does that? Feel like, and that's how I know how delusional our women are. You want to go against a nigga that's that funny? It's one thing if Corey Holcomb would just had a show or he was a host like you. A nigga that's that funny, I don't want no smoke. I would never want to hear the thing like that. And I battle rap. I can't stand that. No, sir, my ego can't take that. Now, if he rapped that shit, then I could deal with it. If you wrote a few rounds for me, I'll listen to the whole thing, no matter what you say. But if you just say that, nah. Ego can't take it. That's why this is why y'all be going crazy. You gotta know what your ego can't take. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know what your ego can't
because
take.
I always respected your hairline on television.
All right. So let's before we get to the end of this, we got to go with the beginning of this. Okay. So let's bring it back to her appearance, the faded appearance on the Tamron Hall show, where for the most part, I mean, she was trying to bring the Kendra G show where there is no audience in front of her to the Tamron Hall show. And the Kendra G show makes sense on your channel because your channel is like your world. When you're on the Tamron Hall show, you're it's not your show. All right. There's someone who can actually respond to you. And also there's someone who's going to respond to you in good faith and not just play along and not play the sisterhood games. If you know, you know.
No, ladies, it was so complicated. Woo,
it's out there.
That actually was a low-key diss. Tamron is actually extremely tactical with this whole thing. I don't think you realize the level of shade that she's done. She listen. The level of shade she throwing on Kendra Jr., that other girl, could keep them cool in 125 degrees weather. That's how much shade she throwing on both of them right now. She said, I didn't know it was that complicated. That's the same as me being around some young guys talking about, you know, how hard it is to get laid and what they doing and stuff like that. I said, oh my God, I didn't know it was so complicated. I'm like, whoa, God, spicy. You understand? Spicy.
Because I always respected your hairline on television.
All right, let me let her continue her cook out of respect. I don't like how they do my. Hold on a second, y'all. Nope, I don't know what that means. Forget it, whatever.
Dating is a war. You had it right. It's a battlefield out there. It is. Yeah.
Carrie Bradshaw. She is the Carrie Bradshaw of this. Not only that, this is white women's favorite pastime. White women's favorite pastime, Becky's favorite pastime is to watch black women do these performances and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And as crazy is, I'm not sure if this clip has the part where the girl tells it, basically talks about she's about to get married and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And it's just how different both their approaches was.
Yes. What makes it, Kendra, a battlefield? I think now because of social media, it's the gift and the curse because now we're all connected. But that fine man you had to worry about just in New York, no, he worldwide now. He got girls in Italy, Mexico, California. So the guy that most women want, he has so many options. And every woman wants the same man child. Really? I don't care if she work at the Piggly Wiggly or she's the corporate lawyer on Wall Street. She want her a rich man, and that's just what it is. Really? Yes, girl. Hide your man, Tamara. Hide him.
So, like, one of the reasons why I think people, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm used to hearing Kendra talk like this. So, I mean, it didn't really sound that crazy to me because she always talks like this. But I mean, but you kind of can see, again, she tried to bring the Kendra G show here, right? And I think a part of it was it doesn't reflect well because she represents the outcome. It's in terms of how women are thinking now. She represents like what's actually going to happen, which is going to be you in your 40s. You know what I'm saying? This single. I think Kendra G is like 45. I think she's in her mid 40s if she's not older than that. And you know, I'm not saying that anything's wrong with that, but it's like, yo, y'all gotta understand that, yo, you want to have to pick a good guy and just stick with him. That's what people gotta understand. I think you're watching too much TV, too much shout out to AC, too much reality TV, too much social media is getting you to a point where you're out of touch with how life actually plays out and how good things actually happen. And one of the reasons why, women are finding themselves not able to get into relationships is also because, again, you want something to happen that you don't deserve. Black people especially love the fantasy of, I ain't really supposed to be here, but I'm here anyway. That's another reason why we like Kendrick, was because it was like, you normally want to hear someone who's rapping like this, like have this big of a platform. Or it was interesting that you heard like a Lady Gaga co-sign him, which in hindsight now was like, all right, you know what, maybe that's a little suspect now. But seeing him kind of have this appeal across different demographics, even though it was music with like mad words, you know what I mean? Because that's the Kendrick that we know and love, is the Kendrick that is stuffing every bar with like mad syllables. You know what I mean? And just mad words, and and basically we like Kendrick when he does the instrument rapping. He raps like an instrument more. You know what I'm saying? Where he's so in tune. He's doing what Drake kind of does, but in his own way with like mad words. Which like Drake can do it. Drake can do it with any kind of way, because Drake is extremely versatile. It wasn't until Angry Man pointed out that I realized, like, damn, like Drake really can rap in different styles and actually stay all the way in that style. He can really like rap in like London drill and actually stay in that shit. It's pretty dope, you know what I mean? And just have these different flows that he be doing. And he took what Hove did. So I before the metaphor I had was Perfect Cell. How Hove, it was almost like he would absorb people's styles, and like when he got Young Chris and Beans, that was like him getting it was like when Cell got 17 and 18 and became Perfect Cell. You know what I'm saying? But I think a better analogy would be the Infinity Gauntlet. You know what I'm saying? Not many artists can wield the Infinity Gauntlet where they have these different styles. Every jewel is a style. You know what I'm saying? I think let's say Hove had like 3. Drake's Infinity Gauntlet has like 8. Imagine the shit having 8 jewels. You know what I'm saying? 8 Infinity Stones. You know what I mean? So Drake is able to, when he's rapping, it feels like he's using the Infinity Gauntlet. You know what I'm saying? And I think that can kind of take away a little bit, because in a way it's like, people kind of want, it's like with Batman, right? People like Batman because people have to see Batman make the most out of what he has. I know I should have gone on this long of a tangent with this analogy. I don't even know how we got here, but let's get back to the clip here and the spice that's thrown.
Don't let him go outside. Don't let him go outside, y'all.
Don't let him go. Okay, I'm locking my door. Demon, don't you leave that house. Ilana, why is it a battlefield?
I think for 2 reasons. First of all, with dating apps, it seems like there are infinite options. So then when we're still single and not finding our person, it's like, well, there's so many people out there. Why am I still alone?
Yes.
And then you open social media and you're inundated with seemingly happy couples, all these pictures, all these videos, and it reinforces that idea of, wow, it seems like everyone can find love except for me. There must be something wrong with me.
Okay, despite all of that, it's Valentine's Day.
Yes.
I don't want to sour you on love.
Yes.
Because Love is a Battlefield was a song in the 80s. So it hasn't changed.
Ooh. Yo, she hitting with pop culture references, son. Ooh,
But guess what? People find love. You found love with your Jake. Jake, how long you been together?
We met 4 years ago this week.
Yeah.
And we got married this past June.
You got this past June. I love it. Kendra, thousands and thousands of people call you.
Yes.
They want to be on the show.
Yes.
They want your advice, but you're single.
That's right, girl, and loving it. Now, I was in a relationship last year, but this is my...
Yo, first of all, yo. This right here, yo, I don't understand why this keeps messing up. This right here. This kind of shit can only work when you're around people who weren't listening to actually have a conversation with you. you always come off bad when you don't come into a situation in good faith, meaning that you don't have ulterior motives. You're not trying to make the person look stupid. You're not trying to prove them wrong, or you're not lying. You know what I mean? Or you're really coming to have a conversation. And she didn't answer any of those questions in a real way. Saying that you're in your, first of all, that the outfit you wore, I think that Kendra G always looks nice, but for her age, right? You have to be aware of like, listen, the whole point of when you get older is that you're supposed to be elevating your game. That's one of the main points of the channel. Like when I talk to y'all about maturity and whatnot, the idea is that, I'm becoming wiser. I'm becoming smarter. I have more poise. I have more patience. I'm more diplomatic. I have more conflict resolution skills. All right. Whereas what you see with the women, every time you put a mic in front of them, it's like, it's just problematic stuff. You single and loving. And again, I'm not saying that she had to say, I'm depressed, not like that, but just the way that she like kind of like snapped into it and whatnot. So it's what she says right here that really kind of is like, damn, bro. Damn.
A single season, and I love it. And single does not.
Single season.
I mean lonely. Single means nobody can't claim.
She said single does not mean lonely. She basically said so many words. Single does not mean that I'm not getting screwed. Don't think for 1 second that I'll have a homosexual. I'll tell you something. She got 2 or 3 homosexuals. All right, that they probably trainers or they bouncers and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And because she basically saying, yo, listen, I'm definitely getting piped. She getting piped down. All right, because that's what that means. You say single doesn't mean lonely. Fam, listen. All right, yo. Talking about you freezing your eggs. Like, what?
Right. And I got a roster. If you want to join the team.
That was it right there. The roster shit.
Where the camera at, Cameron? Hit me up on Instagram, Kendra G Media. We got space for one. We got space
because
for
I
one.
love that thing too. But just because you're not in a relationship doesn't mean you're not dating.
No.
And that can be your season where you're exploring yourself and what's on the landscape.
So this is what they was talking about right here. So that video right there, so people for the most part, and again, I mean, I don't think it was anything atrocious, but it just was a little cringy. You know what I'm saying? Because like you're seeing also that Curry Holcomb made this point. I think Crimson Carol also made this point, and I feel like I used to think this, but maybe I never thought about who she thought she was better than. But I recognize Kendra G's like her archetype, where I'm not sure where she's from or what her background is and whatnot, but she seems like one of those kind of women who has built up an idea about herself based on the guys who have slept with her. You know what I'm saying? Because what women will do is, and I mean, here's what it is. You know what I'm saying? They will, for example, if they're able to sleep with or get with or deal with, which is, I'm sorry, it's all the same thing. Let's just say deal with. If they ever deal with, meaning have sex with a guy that's higher value, in their mind, the value's going up. But they never see men as like a once in a lifetime opportunity. All right, and that's when they get it messed up. But again, a man, it's so many different metaphors I have for what a man is for a woman. But one of the best metaphors is that, at minimum, if he's a decent man that's productive and hardworking, he's like a job with a pension, meaning that he's going to take care of you for the rest of your life. One way or the other, what he has and what he does will assist you and take care of you for the rest of your life, and you don't have to worry about a lot of stuff because of it. You know what I'm saying? So he's a good man is like a good job with benefits. You know what I mean? Like pension, health benefits, like all that stuff. You know what I mean? And when you lose a job like that, we know that the more that job pays, the harder it is to replace that job. And we got to realize that, and also like I said before, anyone that's looking at what's going on right now, especially, the younger women, this is where you're going to wind up. Talking about you at a roster. So you basically saying that, at 45 years old, you're sleeping with 5 people. You're sleeping with about 5 people right now. That's a roster. And again, she older. I think Kendra G might not understand what roster means. No one on her team is younger than 35. They can't tell her. That's what a roster is. We're cooked. So that's where this started at, right? And then she decides to take some shots at Corey Holcomb. So I guess Corey said this first. All right. Let me go ahead and find that clip real quick. So this is Corey talking about Kendra's her appearance on
one. I saw Kendra G. Because whenever we talk one-on-one, I saw that she wasn't that sharp. Like she used to be on the radio in Chicago, and I used to be like, "Oh, this is a knucklehead." Right. And our interviews would show that she's a knucklehead. But she really got mad when I spoke on how she made herself look bad on Tamron Hall show. So she was like, "Oh, Corey's career is nothing. Little Rail and Dion Cole and D-Ray, they're superstars." And she said, "Corey's just a YouTuber." I want to say something about that first. Listen, whatever I do in the game, I'm from 5266 South State, apartment 1208.
See, actually, I believe. No, I'm sorry. Let's play. Actually, no. We're gonna go there first. I'm not going to play the clip where she's talking about Corey and whatnot, but there's a clip where she's talking about basically. It's like this whole thing she goes through where she's trying to destroy Corey Holcomb. And, so if you know, listen, go on YouTube, Corey Holcomb and Kendra G. They've been on the radio together a few different times and whatnot for an interview and everything. And it was a pretty friendly and fun, like back and forth and whatnot. But, and again, he said she was stupid. I mean, but also I think Kendra G has gotten to a point where you're overestimating how much you understand about relationships and the world. All right. And also Corey, at some point, you probably will see him. He points out like, yo, you basically took Kevin Samuel's show and you're doing his show right now. That's what he was doing. He was talking to women, right? And then trying to have real life conversations, pretty much interventions with women. I'm saying in these live interviews on Instagram and on YouTube's, right? But anyway, I'm gonna let a little more of this play, and then we're gonna get into the latest debacle.
Robert Taylor home. Nigga, I beat the game. I beat the motherfucking game. Whatever you say about my career, I don't care about that.
Oh no, my bad. The point I wanted to get to was how black women feel as though it's their job to punish black men. All right. And they really know, like, for real, black women feel as though like they're your Judge Dredd. And Judge Dredd, I believe the cop had the right to basically judge and make a. So, for example, if the person should be sentenced to death, they could decide to basically to off them at that moment because they're a judge. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? And in the minds of black women, for the most part, they really feel as though, if they could decide, you know what, you don't deserve to live anymore. So I'm going to try to take you out of here. You know what I mean? We see this, say countless times, or even just in how freely women will threaten other men's safety or sign other men up for a fight. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. The hell? My bad, it's wrong side. But anyway, so not only that, in that video, right, she started talking about the different careers of other people like Lil Rel and Dion Cole and so on and so forth, right? And basically trying to discredit. Let me tell you something. One of the greatest attacks that someone can put on you is trying to discredit you. Pay attention to that. That is always a low blow, is to try and discredit someone else or try to diminish someone else's stature or status. At the end of the day, that man has an extremely successful show. Okay, that show does hundreds of thousands of views, and it just always get clipped up. Actually, not only that, he does. I mean, my man still does dates and stuff like that. He makes really good money. trying to say that, and I'm like, and not only that, again, this whole behavior with black folks of how we treat people differently based off of how we feel about them, not based off of do they deserve this or not? You understand? But anyway, go ahead and I'm gonna let him talk a little more, and then we're gonna get to this interview, and I'm gonna react to that.
I come from a place where they motherfucker know how to make the elevator stop, put a gun through the damn thing, and rob you. I come from nothing. You can't dig at me with, he's only a YouTuber. I mean, I know some YouTubers that make some bread, right?
Millions, yeah.
I'm talking about, Shawty, that was desperate. But listen, I want to tell you, Kendra G, every time you open your mouth and speak independently, you make a fool out of yourself. You're better at cut, paste, copy, like Kevin Samuel's show. You cut it, pasted, and copied it with your version of it, and that's how you found a way. But when you speak independently, you look bad.
So you speak independently.
So that's one thing. Then she tried to make it seem like I edited a video. I don't know how to edit video.
All right, so I've already covered this before and whatnot, but I just want to show you a few of these points where shit just wasn't looking good, man. Ooh, it's nasty work out here, Queen. I'll do the Dr. Umar John tomorrow. We got some other work to do, man. So we're gonna finish this right here. So Prince and Kara did a brilliant breakdown of this yesterday, man. So it actually made me want to react to it a little more. I wasn't super interested in this necessarily, but I did a few shorts earlier, and we're gonna go ahead and react to it, man. So I'm gonna try to let a good part of this play. Shout out to this content creator, man. Thanks for doing the heavy lifting. What's my man name? That's Shaq 2X. I mean, he got like mass subscribers, so he don't need no help from me. But shout out to him for having this video on a platform and having it ready. And yeah, shout out to him.
In 2022, when you
first got 3 years ago.
Yeah, a little minute ago. Yeah, so that was back when I was in Florida. I live in St. Louis now, so
we've grown so much.
So this guy actually had been on the show before and whatnot. So this all starts from, and again, I'm pretty sure of a few different things. First of all, she got this hat on. All right, first and foremost, she got this hat on. So we already know she up to no good. Whenever people got like fancy hats and whatnot, you saw what happened with Future. Future became way more toxic when he started wearing fancy hats, little big hats and whatnot. When Joe Budden blew up, he started having way more white brim. Why? Listen, why did the brim get and whatnot? Listen, it's up. So I ain't gonna lie. Kendra she's in World War Kendra, World War G. All right, that's what she on right now. So she probably had a few drinks. So what's going on right here is that she doesn't have any control of herself right now. Because the conversation, listen, whenever people are in an emotional state or not in their right mind, their conversations won't make as much sense because it's not going to make sense why she takes the conversation here. I'm going to fast forward a little bit because, they basically talk about how, he called before, he's been on there before and whatnot, and what he's been up to. And we're going to get into the exchange.
Got the Kendra cam, we got
and that's
Daniel.
Baby.
Okay. You have any kids?
Man, I can't really run with that narrative.
With the mama. You had a baby since you've been on my show too.
So, right there. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me bring it back again. I'm sorry. Let's not hold on. We'll start from right here.
Baby.
Okay. You have any kids?
I have a son.
How old is your son?
He's gonna be 2. He's another Pisces, just like his daddy.
Why are you not with the mama?
He's March 10th.
Why are you not with the mama? You had a baby since you've been on my show too.
Yeah.
So first of all, I don't watch Kendra G show all the time, so I don't know what faces she normally make. All I know is that it's a lot of tension in these faces right here. All right, it's a lot of tension in these faces right here. This is not a face of goodwill. This is a face of undisclosed evil. Okay, she don't seem as though she's trying to have a conversation at all. It seems as though She gets a lot of smoke in her face. She's looking for the smoke.
Yeah. Another person trying to run the system, try to take advantage, you know. Yeah, you can say that. We as a man, I can't really run.
So she pushes this whole conversation forward. She starts by that's how I know that she wasn't in her right mind. She has to be allegedly. I believe she may be under the influence. Cause who acts him in that? All right, like she asked him, did she argue? Of course, she's trying to be sarcastic and whatnot. He's trying to have the conversation. I think he's aware of it, but they're on camera. He's not trying to get upset. He's trying to, kind of smooth things over. And I think that he doesn't have any idea how far this is going to go.
Run with that narrative because nobody can really believe it. But yeah, I put it on the Bible that's what happened.
Hey, yo, brother, I want to let you know right now, I know you can. Especially what they consider it now, I definitely understand. All right, these tramp buckets out here, they're doing some real high-tech thing. Yo, you seen what happened to Drake that long time ago, before Kendrick Lamar did what he did to him. You remember, she went and grabbed the stuff and tried to put it in her, and he put hot sauce in it or whatever, changed her life. They're willing to do a lot of things, and I consider all that great. I consider all of it that. So, brother, I'm on your side.
At the end of the day, I'm still an accountable adult. Still got to do what I have to do in this world, because that is my prodigy. So, nevertheless, how he got here, that's what we doing.
I need the details of how.
So, okay. This is what Corey means by you're not good at independent thought. You're good at sticking to the script and reading it. So, for example, when you came on the Tamara Hall show, I didn't play the other clip where they're having more of an in-depth conversation, and Tamara is kind of not making her look stupid, but just kind of trying to ask her to apply some rationale to what the hell she's talking about. You know what I mean? Because what she was doing was for example, right? She was trying to explain the mindset of women in the dating market, I guess, right? And she was talking about, my hair costs this, my nails cost this, and these women feel like, if you want my presence, you need to pay for this. I mean, so saying that to someone who doesn't believe in that or has never thought of themselves that way, and who's also attractive and successful, it sounds crazy, right? Because what you also can bet on is the white girl that was sitting next to her wasn't talking about any of that. She didn't say anything about, he bought me a ring that cost $500,000. And I mean, she didn't say, we have a townhouse in Soho or nothing. She didn't say anything about wealth. But that kind of relationship is they're going to be able to have a long-lasting relationship. Not only that, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying to just bet on a random guy. But women don't really have a criteria for what they think a good guy is, because women are not really interested in you being a good guy. She's interested in how you make her feel. Ultimately, that's why again, you can see Tom Brady's ex-wife go get with a man that's of a way lower station. That's nowhere near Tom Brady. I mean, like not to say, of course, you're not going to go get another football player who's of that stature, but nothing like that. He's a regular guy, and she just got done being with a millionaire. So ultimately, that shows that no, you don't. It's about how you feel. It's about how you make you feel. It's not. I mean, don't get me wrong. She can say that. Of course, it's good to advocate for that because that's good for your survival rate. But does she need that to be happy? No, absolutely not. All right. So anyway, sorry. And one of the things that's going to go on in this interview that I realized is that Black men have to stop doing this over explaining. You have to know when to cut it and cut the conversation. All right. Like I always say to men, there's certain conversations you can't have because the power dynamic shifts by you entertain the conversation. So right here, if he would have said, listen, I'm not here to talk about that. Can we move on with a different question? Things could have went better, and he could have took control. What he did was he thinks this is being a good guy. A lot of Black men think what he's doing right now is being a good guy, and he's not doing anything necessarily wrong. But you got to understand who you're talking to. You cannot be nice to everybody. All right. being, and not that you need to be mean to some people, but when someone is attacking you, you do not come and meet them with more kindness. You don't have to be nasty back, but you don't have to meet them. You don't have to be overly kind or show manners. Because when someone's saying "fuck you," you know what I'm saying, you saying "please" and "thank you," it's not going to make them relent. You understand? Be right back.
So naturally, if you've been in America,
I need the details of how you got about a girl.
She is not a citizen of America.
First of all, like he should have known, like, yo, this is not. She's not. That's a crazy question to ask somebody that you don't know. It's a crazy question to ask.
So naturally, if you've been in America illegally, you're gonna try to do your best to try to stay. And in your mind and way of thinking, not even if you ask any of your homegirls that's international too, they'll tell you ain't a good idea to just go up and sleep with an American dude and just try to have a baby so you can try to stay in America, hoping he will marry you. That's what they be hoping they gonna marry you. No, they ain't gonna get Papa Dan. No, they ain't gonna get me.
Papa Dan. So I wanted you to explain your side.
What's up?
But on that being said, you still have to willingly have, this is why I said, because that's the only way a woman could trap you. Right. But if you willingly have sex with her, then you participated. So did you willingly have sex with her?
The issue with her trying to have this conversation is that he's not in delusion about his reality. She's trying to take this approach because, for one, I don't think she's sober. She's trying to take this approach because she wants to have a certain conversation. And again, unfortunately, it's just not. I know it may not sound good, but yo, some women enjoy being mean. She wants to have this conversation to be mean to him because again, Crimson made this point about she felt as though this behavior was appropriate because what she felt was like, yo, like what? Somebody trapped you. I know that none of our black queens would ever try to trap a guy like you. And he even gave the scenario. He basically said, nah, even with someone trying to stay in the country and trying to be a citizen, there's no way that they would try to. And he, he didn't say that, yo, she really necessarily assaulted him. But I'm sorry. He did say that when it was time for him to release and whatnot, she locked her legs around him and made him do it. And the thing is, let me tell you something. Most of the time when women get pregnant, it's because they really want to be pregnant, all right? And they'll even go as far as lying about whether or not they're on birth control to get pregnant. That is very much a thing. But what it is it's a few things happen. Her sisterhood instincts kicked in. Where again, I think her possibly being under the influence, she was like, "Damn, hold on. So hold on. He's telling the truth. He's put information out there that's going to make men actually smarten up. Because women, for the most part, when they go online and talk about or complain about men, they hate the idea of men approaching the dating market in a smarter way and looking at themselves as having value. All right." Because you got to ask, so why would someone not want you to know what your value? Why would someone want you to not think you're valuable? Or why would someone want you to not be able to decide for yourself what's valuable about yourself? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's like, yo, if I'm going to be unsuccessful, that's my business. Why do you feel as though you need to try to encourage me to think that I'm going to be unsuccessful? If you're confident in that, and that's not what it's about. What it's about is making sure that we don't want men watch that. That's why they don't like Red Pill. They don't like Red Pill because they can't run the same game. One of the reasons why he's having this conversation is because he doesn't understand, because he don't relate to how she think. All right, he's a decent guy. He doesn't have conversations with the intention of hurting someone's feelings or being deceptive or sneak dissing. He doesn't have those kind of conversations, so he doesn't really relate to, oh, I'm being attacked. I think a lot of guys have had that experience where a woman had to explain to you what a woman means when she says certain things or what's going on, or when men have to sometimes learn when women like them or or when the woman's flirting or when she's trying to let you know that she likes you. You have to learn that shit because women are not always that overt or not always that direct. Or not even that, the behavior might not even be direct. Because sometimes the woman might just do shit to get your attention, but she'll fuck with you to get your attention. And your mind going to think, oh man, like, you know, someone, okay, I guess you really don't like me. No, she still like you. She wants you to engage her. She wants you to feel something. One of the main things women do to try to make you feel shit is to make you think that they're mad at you. And the thing about women is that women go through a series of emotions, and most of the time, even if she is mad at you, she really can't get over it. That's why, you know, you don't take it that serious. Because for the most part, unless it's a really serious thing, she'll get over it. She'll be all right. I'll see my neck today one day. You know, my shit good. Anyway, we almost done, man. We almost an hour in. It's late.
I mean, she got me. I used to make wine back then, so like I said, on the level of accountability,
see Bill Cosby used to gave you a pill.
For me, I can say on a level of accountability.
You just said so. She Bill Cosby you, and she gave you a pill. That's not sober conversation. Again, she keeps pushing and pushing, and again, he does. I don't think it just does not click with him that she's trying to attack you. She's dissing you. She's trying to say that no, unattractive men, and that's another thing too. Another reason why she kept attacking him was because she also doesn't want the truth of the matter that all kinds of men be having kids. You do not need to be no top percent men because again, a lot of men out here got kids who work at Walmart, work at McDonald's, all types of shit. So obviously, you don't need all this stuff you're talking about in order to get women. All right, but when they get on that camera again, she went to sisterhood mode and her sisterhood instincts, and she saw a black man to attack and to debase in front of an audience. That's not a thing that always happens. And if you're not on point, because again, he should have checked her from the beginning. But most of these men. You know what I'm saying? You can tell this nigga right here do anything for his mama. All right, that he's definitely the I buy a house for my mom type of nigga. I ain't saying I want to buy my mama a house either, but at the same time, I'm not just dropping a house on you. Like, you know, that's there's levels to this shit. You know, you gotta get your, I don't know, like a lease car first or something. Steps, like, you know, buy you a piece of a garden somewhere. We almost done, man. I'm not gonna play this whole thing. You kind of get the gist of it, but we'll play a little more.
You know, when a woman wraps their legs around you in the process of you being on top and you trying to relinquish yourself from the situation, and she's saying, "No, dude, you ain't going nowhere. You gonna have my baby." And in that moment, as a dude, you're like, all right, well, shit, we're going to do plan B like we normally do. And then she looked at me like, no, we ain't doing that neither. So, you know, I was like.
Okay, so again, so she's letting you know all this in the act, and you still went through with it. So
Kendra, he didn't go through with, he said he tried to get off of her and she wrapped her legs around.
So, you know, we're going to start with their fair use, by the way. It's downhill from there. At one point, pretty much towards the end of the interview, she says, well, any woman who reaches out to you was goofy. You know what I mean? Basically saying that she is saying herself, you shouldn't be able to get no kind of woman. This is a single show. You are the host. That you why you did, like, she will straight up diss the men. There was a man on here a few years ago. I believe he was an actor or something like that or whatnot. And she got really annoyed with him, and she got really annoyed the fact that he wouldn't do the Kendra cam. And it's like, you know, in the Kendra cam is when he wants you to stand up and twirl around. You don't ask no man to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, no, absolutely not. No, I'm not gonna stand up and turn. No. You know what I'm saying? No, absolutely not. So he wouldn't do it, right? And basically, it was a few years ago. From what I can gather, a lot of black women do not like a black guy that thinks highly of himself because she don't think highly of you. All right. So when you come around, you know, thinking highly of yourself, she'll always try to fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? She'll always try to basically bring you chaos, bring you problems, be an issue because she doesn't want you to be happy. All right, or is because she knows that it ruins your day if she's giving you an attitude. You know, it ruins your day if she fights with you. You know, it ruins your day. You know what I'm saying? If she seems unhappy. You know what I'm saying? So that's why that goes on, because you got to think about, all right, she's in control of that. But anyway, this right here, Kendra G made Crimson Cure made a point about, yo, this may be like the beginning of the end for her brand, because I think she's not elevating the brand. And another thing too, again, you got to realize she's not. She's not. First of all, she's not able to speak on any these subjects at length and really give advice outside of the talking points she hears online, because she's obviously not doing any research or having any good faith conversations with other people. And again, you know, she's the prime modern woman. And she's at the end of the modern woman cycle where it's it. You are an old lady now. Because then when I was younger, when I was in my 20s and whatnot, it wasn't popping to be 46. You couldn't expect to have, you know, like even back then we didn't think that. That was grown. That was super grown. Saying I'm single and loving it, you got a roster. A roster means that you're having sex with mad people. Anyway. Kendra might be washed, bro. Shit is nasty work. Let's go ahead and get on out of here, man. We out. We done.